Tactician ready builds vary from balanced builds because they require additional survivability on the increased difficulty, and this can come in the form of armor class, additional actions or bonus actions, the ability to kite, mobility, or sheer damage output, and this build is going to do all of that as a multi-class dual-wield melee build. It's a variant of the rogue multi-class that essentially makes the best of the rogue's cunning actions and sneak attack without sacrificing much for early game. Unlike the barbarian and rogue builds that you're probably familiar with, you won't have an awkward Act 1 and Act 2 waiting for the end of the game to finally excel. Ensnaring Strike is a great alternative to Reckless Attack for setting up sneak attack damage and keep you alive. You'll also be able to support your team with Spike Growth and Long Strider. Expertise allows you to excel at not getting shoved, lockpicking, or stealth gameplay depending on how you want to play this class. We'll cover building the character, how many levels to put in each class and when, notable abilities and how they'll help shape this character build, and a couple of strong weapon choices available in Act 1 that'll help carry you through the game until Act 3 when a certain pair of weapons become available, but there's no need for spoilers in this build guide. A much deserved shout out to Envoy, who passed this build along to me in great detail. As somebody who enjoys min-maxing their builds, they wanted to share this with the community so that others may benefit from it, so thank you. That's exactly what this channel is about. Let's go ahead and dive in. When building this character, any race option will work, since Gloom Stalker provides a superior dark vision, allowing you to play whatever you prefer. If creating a character from scratch, you can also select any background, because all the practical skill proficiencies are naturally offered by the Ranger and Rogue. Here are the recommended stats when allocating ability scores, and as always, you're free to tweak them as you see fit, but Envoy has done a lot of testing for this build, and this has had the best results. You can be confident this is a solid setup. At level 1, we'll be selecting the Rogue class, because they're proficient with dexterity and intelligence saving throws, which tends to be more useful than the strength and dexterity saves that Rangers get. For proficiencies, grab acrobatics and anything other than investigation, as Bounty Hunter will give us this later on. For expertise, you'll have to pick 2 out of the 3 from acrobatics, stealth, and sleight of hand, depending on how you want to play the character. Levels 2 through 6 will go into the Ranger class, where you can grab the skill proficiency survival at your first level there. Select Bounty Hunter for your favorite enemy, and poison resistance for the natural explorer choice. The logic here is to shrug off some of the damage from goblin weapon coatings, the Hag, Balthazar, and many other sources, making it incredibly useful from early on until late. Hunter's Mark and Long Strider should be the first 2 spells you pick up with 2 weapon fighting style. The Gloom Stalker subclass will bring extra initiative, superior dark vision, and an extra attack on the first turn. Misty Step will also be available at level 5. Ensnaring Strike is the best choice of spell at this point as well. Use your first feat to bump both dexterity and wisdom to even numbers. At 5th and our last ranger level, we'll get Spike Growth, allowing us to CC large areas, gaining advantage to proc sneak attacks on targets, and increasing our overall survivability. At character level 7, we'll start putting the remainder of levels into Rogue, gaining cunning actions, another ability score increase to top our dexterity off at 20, or alternatively you could select a different feat, additional expertise to place as you see fit, and some passive skills like Uncanny Dodge and Evasion, which greatly boost our survivability when compared to other Rogue multi-class versions that you would normally see on balance, with less levels invested on the Rogue portion. As for subclass, you can select either Thief or Assassin. It's actually flexible, and both are Tactician viable. It's just a matter of whether you want an additional bonus action for consistency from the Thief, or extra burst on the first turn and some stealthier gameplay from the Assassin. You've now got a strong dual-wielding melee character that more than deserves a spot in your party on Tactician, with flexible equipment options which makes it easy to slide into any group you're trying to round out, which may already have equipment already dedicated to others when you had the playthrough in mind. I've been running Risky Ring, allowing me to capitalize on sneak attack, and don't forget, this character is more than capable with ranged attacks, as you're seeing here. Knife of the Undermountain King is a weapon that's available from the Githyanki Kresh in Act 1 or Act 2 depending on where you consider the cutoff. There's also Lorethian's Wrath, which is a finesse longsword if you don't want to go the dual wield option. Choice is really up to you, but overall dual wield provides more damage. Leave a comment with your favorite or preferred Tactician builds so that we can share more of these with the community. Again, a huge thanks to Envoy for passing this along so that I could share it with all of you. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on your favorite RPGs.